Hi, I'm Tristan. I'll be hosting the webinar today. I work here on the partner support team. During our webinar, if you have any questions, just go ahead and submit it in the questions box, and I'll go ahead and answer it. So today we're going to go over the dashboard. I'll go through most of the common features, and it shouldn't take too long. All right, so I'll get started on creating a backup account. So to create a backup account, you can either click on the Manage tab at the very top and go to Manage Backup Accounts and add New Backup Account, or you can go under the Tools section and click on Create Backup Account. Pretty much all of the buttons that you see under the Tools section are up here in the tabs. So we can go here and click Add New Backup Account. All right, when you click on that, you'll get this little pop-up here, and you can fill out the customer's details. You can ignore this part here. This is going to automatically populate to your partner dashboard username. You could fill out the customer's full name, email address, username. When you fill out the email address, it's going to automatically populate the username with the email address. The email address here is only used when the customer forgets their password, and you could have the password reset link sent to that email. I recommend using a unique username instead of the email address, just in case the customer changes their email address. Once you create a backup account, it's not possible to rename the username. You can go ahead and enter in the password. If the customer is backing up medical records for HIPAA compliance, you can enable UltraSafe. This prevents the account from being reset from a password reset link, or it prevents any backdoor access and prevents any technician from managing the account as well. Otherwise, by default, you can leave it disabled and select a secret answer and question, and you can ignore the customer type. This will not appear in your dashboard, and you can select a backup account size. So this will allow you to allocate a certain amount of size to that username. If you have a license that you want to assign, you can check the options here to assign an Exchange Granular Recovery license, Shadow Protect license, or NGuard license. You can always unassign or reassign the license once the account is created, and you could also resize the backup account allocation. So once you're finished, you can click Create. The box will appear here just in case you need to create additional accounts. Otherwise, you can click on the X or hit the Escape key. You can also create a company account as well. So under Manage, you'll see Companies, and you can click on Add New Company. When creating a company, it's going to give you pretty much the same fields here to create the company account. You'll also see the field to add the company name, the quota for the company, and the number of licenses that you want to assign to that company. When you create a company account, it creates a separate dashboard that looks exactly like your partner dashboard. The only difference is that the company dashboard won't have access to the rebrand settings. So this is great if you have a customer that has their own IT guy that wants to manage the accounts all on their own. They can resize backup accounts, create accounts, cancel them, and view all the backup events for all user accounts under their dashboard. If you're going to be managing everything on your own, then it's best to just create a regular backup account instead of a company account. Because the backup events under company accounts will not show up under your partner dashboard. If you wanted to view backup events, the backup monitoring and reporting, you would have to log in as the company admin to view those details there. Any questions so far? you wanted to view a list of all of your backup accounts under your dashboard, you can go under Manage Backup Accounts and View and Manage Backup Accounts. Here you can filter by account name or email address. You'll see a list of user accounts on this page. You'll see the account name, the company name that it's under, so it will be just your main dashboard. The allocation for the backup account, the percent used, and if you hover over the percent usage, you'll see the actual data usage. If the account is a trial account or not, the sign-up date, the number of alerts and devices for the account. You also see the email address associated with the account and if the account is being monitored under the monitoring or reporting. On this page, you can click on the Actions button and assign a remote backup policy to the user account or to the device under the user account. You can also move the user account to an existing company. You could resize the backup account, change the email address associated with the account. You can also cancel the backup account, log in as backup account, or enable NGuard if you have an NGuard license. When you cancel a backup account, the allocation will be restored back to your main backup space allocation. So if you wanted to view the backup events of your customers, you can go under Monitoring, and you can filter by showing just all error events, warning events, or just show all events. So this page will show the latest event for each of the systems being backed up under the backup accounts. So here you can see that this username, this backup account, OLB Partner Demo, has multiple systems being backed up. You'll see the backup status, account name, system name, backup type, last event date, and details. You'll see the orange canceled notification if the backup session was canceled, or if the backup completed with failed items, you'll see the orange warning message as well. If the backup session completed without any problems, you see the green check mark. And if the backup session hasn't ran in the last week or a couple of days, you'll see the red completed notification here. And if you click on the details button, you'll see that no backups during the last week, and you can see the last backup session was done on the 15th. If you have a system that was decommissioned, you can easily clear out the events for that system by going under Actions and removing the record, or removing records for all records for the account. You can also filter by a certain username or system or backup type. If you wanted a more detailed reporting, you can go under Reporting to view the history of the last 30 days. And this will allow you to see the start and end times going back 30 days. And it also will show the speed and duration of the backup. You can also see the backup type, so files and folders for just a regular online backup. Image stream image stream is used to do the replication of Shadow Protect images. And this does a direct mirror backup of the folders that are selected under image stream. So this is the recommended backup method when uploading Shadow Protect images. You also see the other types, such as Microsoft SQL and Exchange. If you wanted to get a daily report sent to you each day, you can go under monitoring settings, and add email addresses that you like to have receive the reports. You can also disable certain accounts from being monitored. On the home screen here, it's going to show the top 5 performers and the number of alerts that's listed under the monitoring section. The graphs will show the last 2 months, the number of files that were backed up in the last 2 months, and the size of those of the amount of data that was backed up in the last 2 months. The Use Space tab will show your total allocation. And if you like to change your rebrand settings, you can either go under Settings, Rebrand, or go under Tools and Rebrand Settings. Here you can set a product name for the online backup software. This will show up in the upper left-hand portion of the online backup window. You can also set desktop shortcut logo. The logo will appear in the lower left-hand portion of the online backup software. The desktop icon will appear on the desktop. The client banner will show up in the top portion of the online backup software. You can also mask the email address that's used to send out the backup session reports. Under My Account URL, you can leave this blank. This will always redirect to the correct My Account page. A link for the My Account URL is on the home screen of the online backup software. The product site URL and Contact Us URL, you can add your personal website there. Links for these are located under the Advanced section of the online backup software. So if the customer launches the online backup software and clicks on the Contact or Support link within the software, it's going to direct to this page here. Same as the Upgrade URL. There's an Upgrade Now button on the online backup software. So if the customer clicks on that, it's going to redirect to your upgrade page. If you don't have a separate upgrade page, you can just set your contact page for your sales department. Under Web Portal URL and Workstation URL, you can also leave those blank. Those will automatically direct to the correct website. You can find the installers for the online backup software under the Apps menu here. So this EXE is a generic EXE. It doesn't have any branding at all. When you install the software, it's going to have a generic icon and just say Online Backup, Online Backup and Recovery Manager. Once the user logs in to the software, it's going to apply your rebrand settings. So you can always change the rebrand settings, and it's going to update after the customer logs in again. You can find the MSI version if you're going to deploy this across Active Directory, the Online Backup for Mac, Shadow Protect, and you can also find related videos on the software. If you wanted to assign a license to a backup account, you can go under Manage and View and Manage Licenses. Here you can click Add and type in the username and select the license that you like to assign to the backup account. Once you assign the license, you'll see, for example, the Shadow Protect license and the Exchange Granular Recovery license. For Shadow Protect, you'll need a copy of the license and go to the server that has Shadow Protect and activate, same as the Exchange Granular Recovery license. If you're going to decommission the server, you can click Change and disable the license, unassign the license for the backup account user. Under the download section, you'll find the granular recovery for Exchange. That's used to extract specific mailbox items out of a backed up Exchange database. So if you're using Shadow Protect to back up the Exchange database or just the online backup software, and you have a customer that just needs to restore a single email, you can install the Exchange Granular Recovery software and mount the Exchange database and extract the mailbox item to a PST file or to a running Exchange server. If you had an NGuard license, you would be able to use these two buttons under the Tools, Protected Devices, and Build MSI. Under Protected Devices, you'll see the list of user accounts and devices. You can also see the computer is currently on, the location of the computer, if there's a policy assigned, the operating system, the amount of data under the backup set, the version of the software, install date, and last backup date. In this view, you can go under Actions and upgrade the backup account, upgrade the software on the server. You can manually run a backup. You can also wipe the device. This will only wipe the selection, and also change the backup policy. If you wanted more information on a specific user account, you can click on the username here. And you can see the number of the amount of data that was backed up for that user account, and the total backup in the last month. You can also fill out more contact information for the user and view a review of the alerts under this account. Under device management, you can view the list of devices being backed up under this specific user account, and you can also perform the same actions for each system. Under analytics, you can view a chart of the backup events, and you can also export this chart to an Excel document. Under the device map, you can view the locations that the devices are under. Under Build MSI, you can create a custom MSI and assign a remote policy to the MSI, and you can use this MSI to deploy across an Active Directory, and these options allow you to automatically generate a user account based on the domain. So if the user runs the MSI, when the user first launches the software, it can automatically create the backup account based on the templates provided here. On our right, you'll see the Support tab. You can go under Dashboard Overview to view videos on the dashboard, Partner Resource Center to get marketing information, our knowledge base. If you want to speak with an agent, you can click on the Chat Now, or you can go to our knowledge base and search for KB articles, the FileLocker knowledge base, and our main support line. All right, so that about wraps things up. Do we have any questions? All right. I have a question. How do we install the software and set up the options on the server? So you would need to connect to the server, either physically or remotely connect, and download the online backup software onto the server. Once you run it, you'll just follow the on-screen instructions and install it to the default location. And it's going to, after the setup is finished, it's going to prompt for the back account username and password. Once you log in, you can go through and set up the backup selection and set up the scheduling. Same with the Shadow Protect. If you're doing a bare metal backup, you'll need to install Shadow Protect on the servers that needs to be backed up. And once Shadow Protect is installed, you'll need to reboot the server and then activate Shadow Protect using the license. And Shadow Protect will only allow you to back up the entire volume, so you can go through and select the system volumes and any other associated data volumes, and you could also set up a schedule. The destination folder for the Shadow Protect images must be on either a local drive or a NAS, and then you could use the online backup software, the image stream function, to replicate those images offsite. If you have any specific questions or need assistance setting it up, you can call in or submit a ticket and we can remote in and assist you. I have another question. Is there a separate app for the restore options? No. So the restore options, you'll see the restore tab on the online backup software. So on the main screen, you'll see the backup tab and the restore tab and the advanced tab. And if you need to restore a file from the cloud, you can click on the restore button and select the files that you want to restore and select the destination. Same with the Shadow Protect. If you need to restore a single file, you can double-click on a Shadow Protect image and mount it to a virtual drive letter and copy the files out of the image. All right, any other questions? All right, thank you for joining us.